Ratan Tata quotes, "I don't believe in taking right decisions. I take decisions and then make them right. None can destroy iron, but its own rust can. Likewise, none can destroy a person, but its own mindset can. If you want to walk fast, walk alone. But if you want to walk far, walk together." Ups and downs in life are very important to keep us going, because a straight line even in an ECG means we are not alive. The day I am not able to fly will be a sad day for me. I admire people who are very successful. But if that success has been achieved through too much ruthlessness, then I may admire that person, but I can't respect him. I came seriously close to getting married 4 times, and each time I backed off in fear or for one reason or another. Each occasion was different, but in hindsight when I look at the people involved, it wasn't a bad thing what I did. I think it may have been more complex had the marriage taken place. 100 years from now, I expect the Tatas to be much bigger than it is now. More importantly, I hope the group comes to be regarded as being the best in India. Best in the manner in which we operate, best in the products we deliver, and best in our value systems and ethics. Having said that, I hope that 100 years from now we will spread our wings far beyond India. Take the stones people throw at you, and use them to build a monument. There are many things that, if I have to relive, maybe I will do it another way. But I would not like to look back and think what I have not been able to. Apart from values and ethics which I have tried to live by, the legacy I would like to leave behind is a very simple one, that I have always stood up for what I consider to be the right thing, and I have tried to be as fair and equitable as I could be. One of the weaknesses of Indian industry is that in many areas, like consumer goods, it is very fragmented. Individually, the companies might not be able to survive. What is needed is a consortium of like companies in one industry, presenting a strong front to the multinationals. The Swiss watch industry did this. The early Rockefellers made their wealth from being in certain businesses and remained personally very wealthy. Tatas were different in the sense the future generations were not so wealthy. They were involved in the business, but most of the family wealth was put into trust and most of the family did not enjoy enormous wealth. I followed someone who had very large shoes. He had very large shoes. Mr. J.R.D. Tata. He was a legend in the Indian business community. He had been at the helm of the Tata organization for 50 years. You were almost starting to think he was going to be there forever. I have always been very confident and very upbeat about the future potential of India. I think it is a great country with great potential. Young entrepreneurs will make a difference in the Indian ecosystem. I would say that one of the things I wish I could do differently would be to be more outgoing. I am proud of my country. But we need to unite to make a unified India, free of communalism and casteism. We need to build India into a land of equal opportunity for all. We can be a truly great nation if we set our sights high and deliver to the people the fruits of continued growth, prosperity and equal opportunity. When you see in places like Africa and parts of Asia abject poverty, hungry children and malnutrition around you, and you look at yourself as being people who have well-being and comforts, I think it takes a very insensitive, tough person not to feel they need to do something. Power and wealth are not two of my main stakes. The strong live and the weak die. There is some bloodshed, and out of it emerges a much leaner industry, which tends to survive. Some foreign investors accuse us of being unfair to shareholders by using our resources for community development. Yes, this is money that could have made for dividend payouts, but it also is money that's uplifting and improving the quality of life of people in the rural areas where we operate and work. We owe them that. At Tatas, We believe that if we are not among the top 3 in an industry, we should look seriously at what it would take to become one of the top 3 players, or think about exiting the industry. I will certainly not join politics. I would like to be remembered as a clean businessman who has not partaken in any twists and turns beneath the surface, and one who has been reasonably successful. If it stands the test of public scrutiny, do it. If it doesn't stand the test of public scrutiny, then don't do it. I may have hurt some people along the way, but I would like to be seen as somebody who has done his best to do the right thing for any situation and not compromised. What I would like to do is to leave behind a sustainable entity of a set of companies that operate in an exemplary manner in terms of ethics, values, and continue what our ancestors left behind. I have 2 or 3 cars that I like, but today, Ferrari would be the best car I have driven in terms of being an impressive car. I have been constantly telling people to encourage people, to question the unquestioned, and not to be ashamed to bring up new ideas, new processes to get things done. We're responsible for the fortunes of the company, but this is a bone-dry situation in terms of access to credit. Nobody can operate on that basis unless you have large cash balances, which we don't. My concern is that the government doesn't appear to care about manufacturing.